Alright everyone, I want to welcome you all back to more Slay the Princess. We are continuing on for where we last left off, and right now we're going to continue the loop. This time we're based on the achievement that I just got, we are doing the real-time story. So here we go.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Alright. The end of the world? What are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? What else? Killing a princess seems kind of bad though. Alright, let's go with... What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
But how can a princess locked away in the basement end the world? Do you have any evidence to back that up? If you don't tell me why she's dangerous, I'm not gonna kill her. Oh, that happened. Okay, we skipped it. Forget it, I'm not doing this. Okay with the world ending. Look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her, and if she's as bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll slay her, but I'm not committing to anything until I've got a chance to meet her.
Then each and every one of us is doomed. So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
I will.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Also, this time we don't have the other voices with us right now, right? Let's go. Oh, that's a little different, I think.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
You know what? Let's do something a little different. Let's just enter the basement without the blade this time.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
That's a different voice now.
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Nah, let's just see how it goes. Just checking in on you. I'm here to save you. Lie, I'm here to save you. Let's just continue down the stairs.
Good. You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still be able to do what needs to be done. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Hold on, let's talk a bit first. I'll see what I can do. Examine the chains. Hold on, let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
Wow, she looks so innocent right now. What's your name? I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason. If I'm the first person you have seen in a while, what have you been eating or drinking? I was sent here to slay you. You're apparently supposed to be in the world. What are you gonna do if I let you out of here? I'm gonna keep you locked away down here, at least for a little bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do. Oh my god, that's just... I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up here. What's your name?
Oh,
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
you can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
So you won't give me a name.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess Princess?
So is Princess your name? If I'm the first person you've seen in a while, what have you been eating or drinking?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant.
Well,
Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
okay. So is Princess your name?
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like.
Huh.
I'm sorry, I've been down here so long, I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name, though. Everyone has a name.
Okay, that's weird.
Exactly.
She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully, you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
Hold on, we got plenty of time, and we don't necessarily need the blade if we gotta take her down. I mean, granted, she's a fantastic fighter, but we should get some information out of her first. What are you gonna do if I let you out of here? Okay, let's go with, I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason. I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
Now, you're lying about something, alright?
You have all the explanation you need, and you should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
But I don't trust whatever she comes up with. Not wholly, anyway. What are you gonna do if I let you out of here? I'm sorry, I just can't trust you. This doesn't add up, and it isn't worth the risk. Retrieve the blade without saying another word. I can't believe they've been keeping you down here like this. I'm getting you out of here. Okay, I'm gonna get you out of here. Don't make me regret this. Alright, let's play this game.
You're only making this more difficult.
I know. Let me play the game.
Thank you, and you won't. I promise.
You're making a huge mistake.
Alright, Mr. Narrator, let me do my job.
No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
And if there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas? I'm gonna check upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying around somewhere up there. And if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free.
Maybe there's some way to break the chains?
The blade.
Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
So there's more than one person in this cabin besides the princess. And whoever locked her down here, I don't know if that's the true bad guy, but... Ah, damn. There's someone else here. Try the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Obviously. Alright. Return back downstairs.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
I would naturally assume at this point that the narrator has control over this realm or universe or whatever, and he's the one that locked the door. But then he also wants us to get the blade anyway, so I don't know for sure.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Who's they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely
Oh, crap.
hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Oh my gosh, that was just so disturbing already. I didn't think she was gonna do that. Do I wanna... This is the one point where the narrator may actually be right. If I free her, I might not like what becomes of this, but... She's only trying to free herself though, right? That's understandable. You know, you wanna bite through skin so that you can bite into the bone and then just free yourself from the shackles or something, right? Oh my god. Okay. Let's think about this for a second. Do I free her or do I slay her? And even if I do slay her, who's to say I really will quote-unquote slay her? She might beat me down again like she did last time. Alright, let's see what happens when we save her. We already know we're gonna do it.
Fine. Against your better judgment,
Oh my god, what are you
place
doing?
the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
I didn't think he was gonna do that.
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
Oh god.
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Okay. If I turn my back, she's gonna do something to me, isn't she? No other choice. Here we go. Wait, is there another? Nope.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
So you do have some control.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Wait, you have control over me. That's not cool.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
There you go. Warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Yeah.
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it! Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Can we warn her? Resist. Wait, what else do we have here? Resist.
The blade! As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
It really isn't. The narrator's being an ass.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
She's gonna stab me. I already know.
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
Here we go.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
No, because it wouldn't be fun if it was quick.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake. Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone.
How?
Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
Are you really?
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 2, The Damsel.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
The music changes well. More monotone. I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu. Hasn't this already happened? But I died. What am I doing here? Oh, you bastard. You're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We just met for the first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Our beloved.
Wait, what? History? Voice of the hero. If he doesn't remember what happened, it's best to keep it that way. Yes, he didn't approve of us last time. Oh, voice of the Smitten. Did he? If he were going to save our Smitten, if he was going to save our beloved, he would have to be sneaky about it. Oh, so now we're going to try and save her. Okay.
Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
Wait, 4?
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek. What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all of this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything? Let's just continue to the cabin. I wonder what would have happened if I just turned around and leave.
Warning, before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in.
Actually, both of you are kind of weird. Like, the narrator is already lying to us, and the girl herself is like a little off-kilter.
I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed. Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Alright, here we go again.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
We got a mirror again.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall. take the blade. Here we go. Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
There's a mirror.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago. And now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Oh no, we can't. Anything but that. Alright, here we go again. Into the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Yeah, this area is different too.
A soft voice carries up the stairs.
I think as long as you don't kill her, the atmosphere as well as the area or the surroundings itself, the settings, will be a lot more, safer and nicer.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice, it's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already. I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
How are we gonna do it this time?
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
She looks sweeter now.
You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit. Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
So, this one also retains the memories of the previous encounter?
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing, and she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before. That's right, villain, and you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
Man, that sounded almost melodic. Unstained by cruelty.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. We damned a whole world. But everything reset. Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. And you can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
We'll just find out and play it out how it goes, okay? How about that?
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
Hold on a second. Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else and you can't keep hopping up. Voice of the Smitten, horrible for you maybe, but we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she is.
We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise. Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
Listen, we'll talk to her, get a little more info out of her, and see how it goes, okay? She was a pretty cool person up until she started eating her own arm. I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again? What happened after I died? I have to ask, did you end the world after you killed me back there? I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair. There you go.
If another version...
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
Wow, you're just forgiving.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
Ah, she's just a cool girl.
That's because she's perfect. Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
But what if she did, though? I didn't have to bring a knife now. What happened? Let's ask what happened after I died. What else does it say? I have to ask, did you end the world? No.
You died, and now we're talking.
Oh. Okay. Short and sweet, I see. But before we started talking, did the world end?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
No.
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips. Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
Okay. No, I don't want to end the world. I have no feelings one way or another about the world ending. Honestly, the world sucks. People are a plague, and I hope you brought a slow and painful ruin to all of them.
Then I didn't end the world.
Yay.
See? She didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself. I'm not so sure.
Let's just rescue her.
Don't you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her out with ease.
Hold on. What was that? My mouse keeps skipping the thing. Rescue her? What are you talking about? Did you forget that she's a world-ending monstrosity? And even if you want to unleash her onto the world despite the complete moral disaster that would be, you'd have to get her out of those chains. Good luck with that. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. If her hand could just slip out of the chains, why hasn't she done it already? Because we've yet to present her with her freedom. I'm not sure I follow. Would you rather believe me, a passionate heart guided by love and my own good nature? Or would you rather believe the devil on your shoulder who tells you what you can and cannot do?
That's also true.
I think I'd rather believe in facts.
That's also very true.
Ah, so you're one of those empiricists. One of us has to be. Then let me show you a brand new truth. Narrator, we courageously step forward and free our beloved from her bindings.
I mean, let's do it.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
Let's not go that far.
You wouldn't. I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed.
I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, that shouldn't have worked so easily.
I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you. There's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. Just don't end the world.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved.
Seems like a pretty decent ending right now, barring nothing bad happens.
Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
Get the hell out of here. What do you want to do? We leave and then we have our whole lives to figure out what we want to do next.
That sounds perfect.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers. We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending.
I also like the voice of this man too. He's funny, and I like the range of his voice acting for this particular character.
Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it.
Yeah, what was that last part? I like to think that you do actually. Oops, wrong thing.
I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs?
I'd like to know that too.
Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks.
That has to be the narrator. That's like the only explanation, because he can get control of my body, and he can. I feel like he can alter our surrounding environment.
That's a familiar move.
Yep.
Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
So you did do it. You're an ass.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love. Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her. Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice.
The delusional voice is like making this interesting, so...
I'm just along for the ride at this point.
Yeah, exactly. Do you think you can open it? I think we can open it if we try together.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door. Together. Blech. And... the lock clicks, and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
Oh wow, I didn't expect that to work.
I told you our love was insurmountable. You and the princess make your way upstairs, and... the blade, that's right, there's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late.
How about we find out what happens? You're not doing that.
You're enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you.
We don't know if the world ends though. We keep dying before we can find out if anything else happens.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Let's see how it goes though.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin. And then you step outside.
Your love will set you free.
A happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
Where did everything go?
Uh-oh.
Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
Oh no, that thing's gonna take her again, isn't it? Wait, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Nope.
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Here we go again. Every time. But you don't get the chance to make that jacket, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Of course you're scared. This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me. It's gonna be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before, and you always get scared. You approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final.
It always does.
Yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
What happened to your, your unconditional love? We have to save her, right? The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Let's do it. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've grown. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Wait, what? You are at the cabin. Approach her again.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed? You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, when I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before? You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Thank you. What the hell? You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Why? What do you want me to bring you next time? Do you have any thoughts on this vessel? I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear things will be. What do you feel about me? Wait, what the hell is that? I'm ready to go back, attack entity, destroy your body. Why would I want to destroy my body? Alright, we're gonna save. The fact that they give me a choice to save in the first place speaks volumes. Alright. No, I'm not gonna. I don't know. She hasn't done anything for me to merit killing.
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Okay. What about this?
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
Alright. Do I still have a choice? I feel like I don't want to attack it yet, because at the same time it has her. When this is all done, do you know what you want to do? Alright, let's try it. Here we go. Your will cuts across the entity in front of you, but nothing happens.
My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm each other as we are now.
Well, that was fun. Okay. Alright, do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart.
I molded her.
Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
So I'm just gonna have to keep playing and unlocking new pathways then, I guess. Okay, fine. Have it your way.
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
Interesting. What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
When this is all done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear things will be. Okay.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you? Oh, that's weird. Okay.
If I am to be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. You will have your rest in due time, and I am sorry for the burdens I place on you.
So essentially, every time I do this, I'm taking the princess to this hand thingy here, and having each new vessel taken in by them in order for them to gain more perspective, which isn't inherently a bad thing, but we're essentially giving the princesses away. All right. All right, fine. Go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Everything goes dark and you die. Bring the damsel to her. Yeah, that's what I figured.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Alright everyone, I'm going to end it here for today. Thank you all for watching. We have pretty much went through another path, but this time without slaying the princess, and we end up getting a more lovesick personality. Funny guy, the Smitten, and a completely different, I wouldn't say a completely different ending. It still ended similarly to the first one, but now that we know we are gathering vessels for the entity, I don't know how to feel about that. But we're going to continue on in the next one and see how it goes. So, for anything else, guys, I'll see you all next time.